levee and upgrades to the wastewater treatment plant, we continue to remain fiscally responsible while providing the highest level of service for our community. Through our partnership with Scoop, which is a public-private rideshare program, and its 2,500 participants in our community, we were able to remove 15,000 trips in and out of Foster City while saving 375,000 pounds of CO2 from the environment over the past year. The Council also approved bike path improvements as part of the bicycle, pedestrian, and intersection study and launched ConnectFosterCity.com, the city's new transportation web portal. Visit the city website to watch the alternative transportation video, which explains the many different methods of transportation and resources that are available to those who work, live, and play in Foster City. Keep an eye out for upcoming programs and services related to transportation and environmental sustainability. We understand the importance of providing accessible ways for the community to connect with us, and in an effort to expand our presence online, the city launched an agency account on Nextdoor. We've increased our presence on social media, and we will continue to find new avenues to communicate with our constituents. In May, the city held the first Community Dialogue Series event, The Evolution of Our City. The series provides opportunities for open discussions with city staff and our selected officials about important topics. And I invite you to attend the next 3 sessions about workforce housing, transportation, and land use. I encourage you to get involved, attend the meeting, or connect with us online at your convenience. I would like to especially thank the devoted members of the Foster City Police and Fire Departments for their service and dedication. Foster City was once again ranked one of the safest cities in the Bay Area, state, and even in the nation. Every day, the police and fire departments make it their priority to put the community's safety and well-being first. Moving forward, we will continue to advocate for additional programs and services to keep your quality of life our cornerstone and focus, ensuring that Foster City remains the best place to live, work, and play. To learn more about the city's projects and accomplishments over the past year, read the fiscal year 2016-2017 Community Annual Report, available, as with everything else, on fostercity.org. Thank you.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go like this, okay? I'm going to pretend I'm a teleprompter, okay?
There you go.
So go ahead whenever you're ready.
Over the past.
Good. Much better.
Much, much. Don't move. Hello. My name.
Let's try it again. Okay, go for it.
Okay, so this is Foster City, California. This is the year 2017. And Foster City has continued to be paradise on earth, certainly in my opinion, but then again, I'm the mayor.
Located in the center of the Bay Area, there is no shortage of ways to get to Foster City. But being in the center of the Bay Area can often mean being in the center of traffic.
The areas where there's congestion is leading on to Highway 92, and as you go down Hillsdale towards Highway 101. And that's a large function of what's occurring regionally.
The high cost of living combined with the recent job boom in Silicon Valley has caused traffic congestion to grow exponentially.
As far as traffic goes in the city, there's quite a bit of traffic in the morning and afternoon commutes during the peak hours. Typically from 6 in the morning till 8, and then from about 5 p.m. till about 7 p.m. We typically experience backup locally in Foster City, and that's due to the backup on 101 and 92, and those are due to capacity issues.
Fortunately, there are many commute options for alternative transportation to get to and from Foster City.
If your primary mode is perhaps riding your bike, but you might ride your bike to the Caltrain station, then take the train, and then perhaps take one of our Commute.org shuttles for the rest of your trip. That would be multimodal.
Commute.org provides the resources for Bay Area residents to find different forms of transportation and the details they need to make their trip.
Commute.org has existed for over 20 years, and we are San Mateo County's Transportation Demand Management Agency, which means we're responsible for helping and encouraging people to find alternatives to driving alone throughout the county. There are a lot of transportation options here. Some of them are public transportation options, like Samtrans does serve this city pretty well. We also have 3 different shuttle routes that serve a lot of Foster City, primarily in where the businesses are located, but there's a lot of residential people as well. So those shuttles can then connect you up to Caltrain and to BART. And then once you get connected to the BART or the Caltrain system, you can really go just anywhere that you want to go from there.
Commute.org offers a trip planning tool on their website. Just visit commute.org, select Plan a Trip, then enter your location and destination in the trip planner to see and compare all of your transportation options. In addition to trip planning, Commute.org offers free shuttles to Foster City residents and workers.
As new development occurs, we require that they have programs to reduce traffic. Gilead, for example, has a traffic reduction program, and they have specific targets that they need to meet. Pilgrim Triton, even though it's not a business project per se, it's a residential project, they participate in that shuttle program. So people living in the area have a way to get to BART and Caltrains without taking their car.
Commute.org has a Tri-Transit program offering free transit tickets to various transportation options. Also, incentives and gift cards are offered as a reward for starting a carpool.
Once you've started a carpool or decided to try to ride in a van pool, we offer cash incentives and gift cards for people, kind of as a reward for them to try it.
There are many benefits to using public transit. There are services you may not know about that could benefit you.
You might not know a hidden gem is the AC Transit service that comes here, and it's called the M-Line. And so residents of Foster City or people who are employed here can use the M-Line provided by AC Transit to connect between the East Bay and Foster City.
Also, for more information on the various transportation options that are available, Foster City residents and workers can visit connectfostercity.com for a comprehensive list of resources to shuttles, biking, Caltrain, carpooling, and bus services.
We know that we're not going to get everybody out of their car and onto a bike or into a carpool, but we do think that you can do it occasionally.
Foster City residents and workers should try public transit to improve their health, help the environment, and benefit the community by reducing traffic congestion.
The levee is our most valuable asset. It surrounds the outer city and protects all our properties from flooding. FEMA recently completed a coastal flood study. Based on that study, the levee was found to be freeboard deficient. In order to keep properties in Foster City out of the flood zone, the levee needs to be raised. We need to raise the levee per FEMA's requirements in the recent coastal flood study analysis. Based on the height required, we need to raise the levee up to 4 feet in some areas. Foster City properties are currently out of the flood zone. By not doing any work, the properties would be placed in a flood zone, meaning that it would be in a flood zone designation. Property owners would have to purchase flood insurance if they have federally backed loans, and that could cost anywhere from $2,000 on up annually. Also, if properties are being sold, this information would have to be disclosed to potential buyers, which could also lead to a decrease in property values. We are looking at predicted sea level rise up to year 2100. Scientists have determined what the estimated sea level rise would be for years 2050 as well as years 2100. Based on that, additional improvements to the levee could be conducted beyond FEMA requirements. FEMA hired a consultant to assist them in calculating what is required to have a secure levee. Based on that analysis, they've determined that Foster City levee height did not meet the flood zone requirements. city is currently working with a consultant on a preliminary design, and we're also working with regulatory agencies to determine what the environmental requirements are. Seclusion mapping is a temporary designation given by FEMA, which keeps properties in Foster City out of the flood zone. Last year, we presented the design alternatives to the City Council. Based on their direction, they instructed us to proceed with the hybrid design alternative. The hybrid design is a combination of a sheet pile and earthen backfill on the interior side of the pile, which minimize the aesthetics of looking at a wall. This alternative is used for a majority of Foster City's levees. The remaining protective levee system will be a combination of existing high grounds, raised earthen levees, and concrete walls depending on the existing conditions that we have to work with, and also based on the selected sea level rise design scenario. Restoring wetland areas will be determined by the regulatory agency requirements. We are going to minimize the amount of improvements that we need to construct in order to keep costs at a minimum. The estimated cost for the project is currently at $75 million. Based on any additional amenities included with the project, the estimated cost could increase. Bushes and trees can be incorporated on the interior side of the wall to minimize any site impacts. We will get input from the public and present it to the City Council for consideration. Currently, the city is working with a financial consultant to determine funding alternatives for the project. Once we determine what those alternatives are, we will present it to the City Council for further direction and consideration. The raising of the levee will block some views, but we will do our best to minimize this. We will be providing cross-sections on how those views will be impacted for property owners, and we will present those during community meetings. We are anticipating to raise the interior side along the trail so the trail users' views will be maintained. We are looking to be completed raising the levee by mid-year 2020. This is based on an aggressive schedule. If we get all the required information and approvals from the regulatory agencies, we should meet that schedule.
The levee is one of Foster City's most important assets. Your input is important to us because improving our levee is a shared responsibility that will ensure the safety and sustainability of Foster City for years to come. Thank you for watching this video. For project updates and to sign up to receive more information, please visit our city's website.
Welcome to the City of Foster City Estero Municipal Improvement District meeting of February 12th, 2018.
Good evening. Call the meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Here.
Council members ex officio EMID directors Charlie Brunitsky.
Here.
Catherine Mahanfor. Here. Herb Perez. Gary Pollard.
Here.
And Mayor President Sam Hindy.
Here. Next item, please.
Item 3, public. This is an opportunity for members of the public to speak on items listed on the agenda.
I do not have any requests for the public, any member of the public to speak, so we'll move on to the next item, please.
Recess into study session for 4.1.1, second quarter fiscal year 2017-2018 financial update.
Thank you. Staff report, please.
Thank you, Mayor and members of the City Council. I'm here to present the second quarter financial update, otherwise known as the mid-year financial report. Happy to report to you that based on our latest projections and with